We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is pretty good news. Comes your way courtesy of weirdgiftoftheday.com. And this is kind of a weird story, but it's a good news story. Have you ever heard of hula dancing, Heidi? You know what that is?
Yeah.
So usually when I think of hula dancing, I think of the hula hoop. But there's not always hula hoops involved. Hula dancing is proven to be an unlikely source of reform for a bunch of male prisoners. That's the headline. That's not really what you would think, but it's not something that's obvious as a pastime for a male prisoner. Apparently shaping up to be a very likely method of reform, though, in California. San Quentin State Prison has been hosting hula classes for these male inmates twice a week. Many of them say it's become an invaluable source of emotional relief and inspiration. That's really cool. It says, pre-hula, I was a really dark person, one inmate said. But hula really springboarded it for me, and I think that I had not found myself spiritually, I would still be searching. So they're saying, this is just an opportunity for them to do something a little different. It says they teach other yoga classes too, but this is one that's been very, very popular. So hula dancing. Hula would have known. No? Dad jokes were earlier. I should quit now. Have you ever hula danced, Heidi?
No.
Have you done the hula hoop?
When I was little. I can't do it anymore.
You can't? Have you tried?
No. Oh, yeah. I've tried. I can't do it anymore.
No kidding. Now I got to get a hula hoop just to see this in action. I have a link to this story if you want to read all about it, the benefits of hula for your prisoners. Throw the link in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your dad joke of the day. So here we go. It says, while driving, a person is likely to see tons of dead squirrels and rabbits and maybe even a deer here and there, but yet we see tons and tons of crows on the road, but you never see a dead one. You know why, Heidi?
Why, John?
Because they always look out for each other and they say, car, car,
oh my
car.
Gosh. That was painful.
Oh, yeah, it was a long one. Thanks for listening to our dad joke of the day.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Time for your moment of duh, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Investigators say that a Florida man threatened to kill somebody with kindness, but kindness was what was written on his machete. Yeah, it's a bad idea. Such a bad idea. Brian Stewart's house. Says here, this guy, he heard yelling at Brian Stewart's house around midnight Sunday. He approached the house to tell him, hey, guys, please be quiet.
Oh.
And another neighbor, the victim, had also heard the noise. And it says he went and raised his arm holding a machete and stabbed the man. Stepped in front of the blade, suffering half-inch abrasion to his left hand. 30-year-old Stewart was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without the intent to kill and aggravated battery. So he was going to kill him with kindness, but it was literally a machete with the word kindness written on it. So when Mama said kill him with kindness, that ain't what she meant, young man. She meant to be nice to people. Yeah, don't stab them with a machete with a word on it. Bad idea.
Very bad
Today's
idea.
moment of duh.
John and Heidi.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. And today's weird gift is elf earbuds. So you can put in these little earbuds and you have elf ears.
Elf ears. Oh,
I don't know if anyone needs that,
cute.
but if you do, I guess that's
Be
your
cute at
thing.
Christmas.
I suppose. Maybe. Again, from weirdgiftoftheday.com. Your weird news. Police are not sure how else to explain it, but when an officer walked into an apartment to answer a 911 call, an orange and tan striped cat was lying on the telephone, and the owner was on the ground near the bed, having fallen out of his wheelchair, and he said his cat must have hit the right buttons to call 911. So Gary Rosehine is the owner of the cat. He said, I couldn't get up because of the pain from osteoporosis, and I had a mini stroke. It disrupted his balance. He couldn't reach the cord above the pillow for the alert paramedics, but his cat called 911 for him. How amazing is that?
That's pretty amazing.
Our dogs have never done nothing for us. They don't call 911. They don't ever make dinner. I mean, come on, dogs.
They do nothing.
Pull your weight around here.
They
This is
sleep.
definitely some weird news. Brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Time now for Fear This, fun with phobias. Symmetrophobia. What do you think that is, Heidi?
The fear of things not being equal.
Yeah, well, it's the fear of symmetry, so it's
Yeah.
kind of the opposite of that.
Oh, the fear of symmetry.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I wonder what-
I have an
The other one?
anti-symmetrophobia.
You have she's an anti-symmetrite. Anti-symmetrophobia? I don't know if that's a thing, but symmetrophobia is the fear of symmetry. I don't want things to be the same on both sides. I want it all mixed up.
Those people are truly disturbed.
Yeah, I kind of like things to be symmetrical. I don't know. That's today's Fear This, fun with phobias.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says I love you better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another. And wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
California is the largest producer of turkeys. I would have never guessed that. I guess I don't know where turkeys came from. Maybe I thought they came from Turkey. I don't think I thought that. I don't know what I thought. But California is the largest producer of turkeys. Now we know. I wonder where all the turkeys are in California.
I don't
Because
know.
you wouldn't think in Southern California there's not room for turkeys, but I don't know. Maybe there. I have no idea. I have to look around now. I have no clue. Thanks for listening to a very fun fact on the John and Heidi Show.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We have Dr. Pol joining us right now. If you watch Nat Geo WILD, you've seen the ads for the program. It's back for another huge season. The incredible Dr. Pol. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing fine. Very good, John. Thank you.
Well, we've talked to you in the past, and you're always so much fun to talk to, and I know your program is one that is absolutely loved by many. What is it like to have all those cameras around you while you're doing your thing?
I don't even see the cameras, John. Like I said, I'm a veterinarian. That they film in it is secondary. But, yes, the show is real, and it makes a lot of people happy, and this is why I can't quit either, because I'm having fun doing it.
And you've been doing this a while now, haven't you?
Yeah, 7 years.
Oh, more than 7 years. You've been a veterinarian for, 40 years now?
50 years.
50 years. So it's been kind of a life calling for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah, that was good, because I tell you, I'm glad that this happened when I was a young kid, and they like the Dutch say, they would lift them up over the horse and fall on the other side, because that's what so happens with so many of these young stars. They just think that they are just wonderful and the world should fall at their feet. No, I'm a veterinarian, and if they tape it, perfect. I'm a veterinarian first and foremost.
Well, what are some of the interesting things we're going to see happen on this next season of The Incredible Dr. Pol?
Well, the first season on Saturday is going to be a little bit of everything again, because there's 3 veterinarians. There's Dr. Brenda, Dr. Emily, and me that do work, and everybody has something. So yes, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we try to help as many animals as possible. Then the next, a week from Saturday, that's the one you have to watch, because that is the special one where Charles and Beth are getting married.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Yep. We went to North Carolina they rented a mountain there, and they got married there. It was one of those destination weddings, and we had a very good time. And yes, that is all, a little bit. It's not the whole show, of course. It didn't take that long to get married.
So now let's talk about how you got started as becoming a veterinarian. What was it that drew you to this line of work, Dr. Pol?
I was born and raised on a dairy farm, John, many, many years ago, and don't ask me how long, in the Netherlands. And I was the youngest of 6 kids, and I always was looking for, the sick animals, trying to help them. And when I was 12, the local veterinarian picked me up to help deliver piglets at my brother's place. 12 years old, tall, skinny, and I was up to my armpits in these pigs, trying to pull those little ones out. And no, I never thought it was dirty going in there. I thought it was very clean. And that was so much fun that I came home and said, I can't be a dairy farmer. I want to become a veterinarian.
Nice.
And that's how it happened.
Well, that is really cool. And the rest, as they say, is history. And then you've got this television program, and people get to tune in and watch some of the amazing things you do. But one of the other things that I wanted to ask you about, your car, your DeLorean. How long have you had that?
Jeepers. I think probably about 20 years now.
I've always loved those cars.
So did I. When they came out as a stainless steel car, I said, I want one of those. Couldn't afford it. And here I'm driving along the road, and I do a double take. Darn, that's a DeLorean. So I flip the car around, do a U-turn on a busy highway, but that makes no difference. And there's a phone number there. And I didn't have time to call them that day. And the next day I'm driving by that, and it's gone. And it says, oh, doggone it, they sold it. But I call him up, and he said, no, I just brought it home again. So he says, how much? And I didn't argue with the guy. I just bought it.
Well, that's really cool. That's got to be really fun. And it's a head turner, isn't it?
It is. Not many people recognize it as such when you drive it, but it's like a tank on the road. It's heavy, and it can go pretty fast.
Well, if you're ever in some sort of emergency, Dr. Pol may come to the rescue in his time machine and help you out, right?
Not really. There's not much room in there for any equipment. It's mainly car and engine.
Well, Dr. Pol, thank you so much for taking some time to visit with us, and thank you so much for doing what you do. It's really fun to visit with you. And the program, what season is this, number 7?
This is season 14, sir.
Season 14. Holy cow, this has been going on a long time.
Yes, it is.
Well, a new season is out. It's the hit TV show on Nat Geo WILD. The show is called The Incredible Dr. Pol, and it's on Saturday. Is that right, Saturday?
Yeah, but it's 9 Eastern, 8 Central.
Well, we will put a link in our show notes to make it really, really easy to find. Thank you so much, Dr. Pol. You have a great day.
Thank you, John. You take care.
Again, The Incredible Dr. Pol. We've got a link in the show notes to find all of the local listing information, and that is at johnandheidishow.com.
At FunkyMonkeyShirts.com, we want to remind you it's never too early to start thinking about Valentine's Day. And what says, I love you, better than awesome, matching fun t-shirts? Get something for your sweetie and for you. We have several his and hers t-shirt designs to choose from at FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Let the world know how much you love one another. And wear your heart on your sleeve. Well, at least on your shirt. With a little help from FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. That's FunkyMonkeyShirts.com.
Now your scoop of the day brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A Utah teen crashed into another car when she had her eyes covered for the Bird Box Challenge.
Oh,
There's a couple of these out there now.
I cannot believe people are doing this.
Yeah.
So stupid.
This might be the same one we talked about before. Was that one in Utah as well? I don't know.
I don't know.
17-year-old drifted
doing
into
it.
oncoming traffic, hit another car after she pulled a hat over her eyes to emulate Bird Box. It's a Sandra Bullock movie on Netflix.
So dumb.
Characters were constantly blindfolded to avoid visions that would urge them to kill themselves. Nobody was hurt in this crash, thank goodness. But can you even imagine explaining that to your insurance?
So dumb.
I'm sure insurance won't cover that. They can't. I mean, there's just no way. Late one night, a man in Connecticut crashed his car through the doors of a gas station. Then he swiped a banana. You heard me right. A banana. Then casually ate the banana in the store and then got back in his car and drove away. What in the world was going on there? Crashed into the store, walked over, ate a banana, and then drove away. That is just bizarre. A statue of Bigfoot in North Carolina has prompted a number of 911 calls. The latest call over the statue was from an animal shelter to joke on Facebook that the awesome, handsome fellow sitting off Pine Ridge Road was an unmoving sculpture and not the elusive Bigfoot. So, in Germany, a woman was called. She called an emergency number to ask the operator to help her finish a crossword puzzle.
Oh, boy.
Don't do that. This is just not a good idea. I mean, if you don't know the answer to the crossword puzzle, I don't know, use the internet, phone a friend, ask Alexa, anything. But you don't do that. You don't call 911. That's a terrible idea. It's a bad, bad plan. Massachusetts teenager found a rare penny in his school cafeteria and expects this to sell. Are you ready for this? $1.7 million.
Whoa.
And he found this penny in the school cafeteria. Think about that. Our son is 21 now. How old was he when he did the little radio show for us? That was probably what?
Our son is 20.
22 now. Hey, get with the picture, John. Our son is 22 now. But what was he, like 15, you think? 16, something like that?
When what? When he was collecting coins?
Yeah, he was doing the radio show, History in Your Pocket.
Yeah.
When was that? Was he like 15? Yeah. But he was really, really into collecting coins and had this idea for a radio program that we did called History in Your Pocket. And I loved it. It was so cool. And every week he would talk about a different coin and, you know, the value of that coin and encourage people to look at the history in their pocket. I just thought that was really cool. But this kid, teenager, found a rare penny in his cafeteria. It's expected to sell for $1.7 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And I have a little bonus feature for you here. I'm not going to play it online on the radio here, but I do want to tell you about this video from YouTube that's been shared around. There's a band called Toto, and there was a song called Africa.
Yeah.
And it's a very popular song, and there's a new version of it. And the new version has the music from Toto playing in the background, but instead of Toto singing, there's a whole lot of people singing. It's a bunch of clips from a bunch of different movies, and it's all spliced together, and somebody had a lot of time on their hands. Did you see this? Did I show it to you?
You were watching it this morning, but I wasn't paying any attention to it.
And it is just...
It sounded awful.
Well, but it's because it's people saying the words.
Yeah, it was.
You know,
it was.
But it's
awful.
all spliced together. It had to take somebody hours. I've got a link to that in the show notes if you're interested. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
Every day, approximately 23 U.S. military veterans take their own lives. Big Paws Canine Foundation is helping to decrease that number, providing service and companion dogs to our disabled veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Partnering a hero with a specifically trained dog significantly reduces the incidence of suicide, and your support makes all the difference. Find out how you can help our American heroes. Join the pack at BigPawsCanine.com.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Heidi's on a little screen. What are you doing on your phone over
I
there?
am on a little screen.
You're messing around. The Oscars seem more and more likely to be holding their ceremony with no host. One internet commenter suggested they should have Alf host it, since he's famous, and he doesn't go on Twitter, but he's also from Melmac, so I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool to have him or Kermit the Frog or somebody. That'd be pretty cool. They could put a little podium on the side and then just have them talking. I don't know. Alicia Keys has signed on to host the Grammys for 2019, so they will not go without a host, at least until somebody talks about what she did to them in second grade. I mean, then all bets are off. Chris Pratt announced that he's engaged to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, Catherine. And it says here that he helped her move over the last weekend in Santa Monica. That was last Friday, and they shared this excitement on Instagram in a video. He showed a new Chevrolet pickup with his bed filled with cardboard boxes. So there you go. I don't think I would... I don't know. Chris Pratt seems like a nice guy, but I don't think... If he were to, like, upset her, I'm pretty sure Arnold Schwarzenegger could kill him. So he's a big dude. I don't think I'd want to be married to his daughter, just in case. This has been your Big Screen, Little Screen report brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. And this is your brain on drugs. A South Florida man started chewing up the seat in a deputy's patrol car after he was found with more than 40 grams of cocaine during a traffic stop. Yeah, 37-year-old Melvin Stubbs was charged with cocaine trafficking, resisting arrest, and property damage following a traffic stop. He was driving a Beamer, and they noticed the car's tinted windows were a little darker than they were supposed to be, so they pulled him over. And that's when they were writing him a warning for the windows. But instead of just a warning, they realized, oh, wait, you're violating your probation related to a cocaine sales case.
Oh, my gosh.
Then he tried to run from the scene, was taken into custody, had to use a taser inside his jacket. Guess what they found? More cocaine.
Wow.
Yeah, more than 40 grams. While he was sitting in the deputy's patrol car, he started chewing on the seat and chewed a giant chunk out of the back of the seat, causing at least $1,000 in damages. He was taken to the hospital where he was checked out before he was booked into jail. And that is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
Cable and dish companies keep jacking up their rates. Join the cable cutting revolution with ChannelSurferTV.com. Watch TV with no monthly fee. Our DVR lets you record shows and pause live TV with no monthly fee. Want to stream movies? We have a device for that too. It works with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and many other streaming platforms, so you can cut the cable and save a ton of money every month. Learn more at ChannelSurferTV.com. That's ChannelSurferTV.com.
Time now for surveys and studies and such. A study published in the Journal of Neuroscience found that smoking just one joint can change the chemistry in a teenager's brain. So how much is too much? Even one.
Agreed.
One joint. It can change the chemistry in your brain. So they're saying steer clear. Don't do that. It's good advice. Thanks for listening to Surveys and Studies and such right here on the John and Heidi Show.
Want a good laugh to start every day? We do, and you can too. Be sure to follow WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com on Facebook. Every morning we send out our Weird Gift of the Day. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just follow our page and laugh at the bizarre real gift items we find and share every morning. And maybe you can share them with your friends who have a good sense of humor too. We have a link to make it easy to find us at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is, well, let's do the whole darn weekend. Saturday, the 19th of January, is World Quark Day and National Popcorn Day. Also, Sunday, the 20th, National Butter Crunch Day, National Disc Jockey Day. Thank you so much for listening right here on your radio dial. And National Cheese Lovers Day. So all of that happening this weekend. Also, guess what? I've got a special guest. I have Dr. Pol, the incredible Dr. Pol from Nat Geo WILD. I really think this guy is awesome. I've had a chance to talk to him in the past. You remember that?
Yes.
And when I talked to him last time, he was telling me about some of the exotic animals that he gets to work with, and the dude is just a cool dude. So super excited to visit with him about another season that's kicking off. I wonder what season this is. He's been doing this at least like 10 years, 7 years, 8 years. I don't know. I'll ask him. How's that sound? It's coming up later in the program. Going to be visiting with Dr. Pol from Nat Geo WILD on this weekend edition of the John and Heidi Show.
Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.